The talk has been loud. Reports of sexual abuse have dominated the airwaves in recent days. The outcry and the headlines prompted action.
Out of a conversation that I had with the Most Honorable Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller, when there was an upsurge in the reporting of these events in about a month or so ago. And in that conversation, we were thinking what we can do about this, and the idea of the seminar of having a workshop came out.
The workshop, entitled Focusing on the Sexual Abuse of Children, was held at the Ultimate Court Hotel in Kingston. It was a collaborative effort led by the Ministry of Justice in partnership with the Office of the Children's Registry, the United Nations Children's Fund, the Child Development Agency, and the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, CISOCA. The statistics are alarming. Data from the Office of the Children's Registry show 460 cases of sexual abuse in 2007, more than 4,000 in 2008, and the following year, more than 6,000 cases.
We simply cannot allow for this trend to continue. Every child who is abused is a life arrested. The child's natural development is thwarted.
So 2 one-day workshops were put on, targeting health, education and social service professionals representing a subset of persons who are mandated by law to report allegations of abuse against children. The discussions were candid as persons were sensitized on how to deal with abuse of the nation's future leaders.
I have to be very brutally frank here in terms of my language. Previously, you would say, well, you know, a woman can't be charged for this and so on. But the law in its wisdom recognizes that society has changed and these things become more frequent in the society, so they have to be treated with. So it's not just vaginal issues you're looking for anymore, or the very obvious, but grievous sexual assault includes interference with the anus. It includes acts of oral sex. So if you're doing a swabbing, for example, of the mouth, and certain things are picked up, that is something that imposes this obligation on you to report.
In eradicating this scourge, all players will have to be a part of the change. Now more than before, it will take a village to raise a child.
I suspect that the increase in cases coming to the Office of the Children's Registry may have more to do with people accepting their civic responsibility to report and knowing how to make a report than the actual cases of sexual abuse showing a dramatic increase. But the prevalence of child abuse in Jamaica is totally unacceptable, and we need to accelerate the process of culture change.
Your report, when it is suspected, please note the word used in the provision. It's not when you know, but when you suspect that a child has actually been, is currently being, or it's even futuristic, or is likely to be.
But the problem is that many times after the initial report has been made, these persons fail to follow up by coming to court to give evidence. And it is only in that way that these matters can be adjudicated on.
Medical professionals, police officers, social workers, lawyers, and other persons involved in childcare at the seminar were all urged to do their part to protect the hundreds of children who are abused each year. The sensitization workshop was the first step as the Ministry of Justice, in collaboration with its partners, moves forward to make a major dent into the problem of sexual abuse against children.